Hey, they say, well, what is the proverb? It is one man's trash is another man's treasure. But for many charities, they end up getting a lot of trash. One charity in particular is forking out thousands of dollars a year to dispose of rubbish dumped in front of its op shops. The staff at Vinnie's op shop in Mangere Bridge say some people have been treating the storefront like a tip, forcing those that volunteer to sort through the dumped items. Rosanne Wills is president of the South Auckland chapter of Society of St. Vincent de Paul, and she joins me now. Rosanne, good afternoon.
Hello to you.
Rosanne, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. Can we first start by you telling us a little bit about St. Vincent de Paul?
Yes, it's a worldwide charity that has as its motto, helps people. It started in France quite a few years ago, and today, as I said, is around the world. In particular, there are op shops and other initiatives that come under the umbrella of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul all over New Zealand.
Lovely. Because I was going to ask you that, Rosanne, what services do you provide? And I know you've got op shops. Do you also try and source food for families and people that need it?
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
So just in South Auckland, we have in 3 areas what I'll call small food operations.
Yep.
And then a larger one in Otahu, where we have what we call our centre.
Yep.
And what we do there in connection with being able to provide food parcels to people, we actually operate a budgeting service.
Oh, fantastic.
So that in connection with clients, seeing the budgeters, we can also help them with food, but the budgeters will help them with a wide variety of other of their financial needs. So it's quite a big initiative.
It sounds it. And Rosanne, like many charities, I can imagine, have you found that in the last year or so, it's you're seeing more and more need?
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you also, I gather, you run off the goodness of as a charity of people helping you and donating?
Yes. In South Auckland, not only the donors that provide goods for our op shops, but we have 100 volunteers on our list.
Oh, gosh.
So that's a fabulous amount of people that help us in the 3 shops that we run in South Auckland.
That's great. Rosanne, can we get to what's going on, at least with one of the shops I mentioned? Are some people just using your charity shops to literally like a dumping ground?
Absolutely, yes. And this is not new. It's not a new problem.
I know you don't want to go into too much detail, but what rubbish are we talking? Are we talking soiled items, broken items, things covered in all sorts? What are you getting? Bit of everything.
Yes, and when it gets dumped at the front door in a black bag, we've got no idea what's inside it. And for our health and safety, for our volunteers, we choose not to even open those bags. We are just left then to dump them. Yeah.
And speaking of the dumping then, and I know, as you said, it's not a new thing and quite a few charities are having the same problem, especially, I mean, where I live, we've got a Salvation Army and an SPCA shop. And especially after the weekend, on a Monday morning or a Sunday morning, there's literally just rubbish on the doorstep. And, for the cost to your charity annually, what does it look like to get rid of it?
Using just our figures from last year, it's got a yearly cost of between just between $5,000 and $6,000.
Oh gosh.